Production assistance and gifts in kind for Soundstage have been provided by CAF Audio, 207 South Tioga Street, The Ears of Experience, and by the Chariot, 420 Eddy Street in Collegetown. Welcome to Soundstage. I'm your host, Brother Mike, and with us tonight is Tuin, playing Celtic music with a twist. Introducing the band, on guitar we have Christopher Wytock, on fiddle, synthesizer, and vocals, Cheryl Hurwitz, and on bouzouki, synthesizer, and vocals, David Maddox. Here is Tuin playing The Butterfly.
2, 1. I saw my love, she seemed to be in pain, with heartfelt grief and chilling woe. Her heart seemed broken twain. There's not a girl more true than she, so why should I e'er complain? Love, it is a killing thing. Did you ever feel the pain? I wish I were a butterfly. I would fly to my true love's breast. I wish I were a linnet. I would sing my love to rest. I wish I were a nightingale. I would sing in the morning clear. I'd sing for you, sweet Polly, the girl I love so so dear. I wish my love were a red, red rose that in the garden grew, and I to be the gardener, and to her I would prove true. There's not a month in all the year that my love I would renew. The lilies I would garnet, sweet William, thyme and rue. I wish I were in Charleston town, just sitting on the pier, with a bottle of whiskey in my hand, my true love standing near. I'd call the liquor merrily, and I'd pay before I'd go. I roll my lass all in the grass, let the wind blow high or low. I wish I was a butterfly, I would fly to my true love's breast. I wish I were a lily, and I would sing my love to rest. I wish I were a nightingale, I would sing in the morning clear. I'd sing for you, sweet Polly, the girl I love so dear.
Well, Cheryl's going to do a song about a good relationship. There are not that many good relationships in Irish music, but we found one. And here it is. It's called The Greenwood Laddie. 1, 2.
If you'd seen my dearest and his eyes shone the clearest, his cheeks like the red blood that's new dropped in snow. He is neat, tall and slender, and his hands soft and tender. He'll be my Greenwood laddie wherever he'll go. My parents, my darling, they will slide you with scorn, because you have no riches wrapped up in store. But the more that they'll slight you, the more I'll invite you to be my Greenwood laddie till time is no more. And if I had the wealth of the East or West Indies, or I had the gold of an African shore, or if I could gain thousands, I'd lie on your bosom. You'd be my Greenwood laddie, whom I do adore. If you'd seen my dearest, and his eyes shone the clearest, his cheeks like the red blood that's new dropped in snow. He is neat, tall and slender, and his hands soft and tender. He'll be my Greenwood laddie wherever he'll go. It's down yonder bower I've spent many's the hour, a-pulling up the flowers by yon clear winding shore. It was his stolen kisses caused my fondest wishes, and he's my Greenwood laddie, whom I do adore. Your muses assist me, there is none can resist me. Oh, only the fair one who's mine forevermore. And while others may tease me, he's the young man can please me, and he's my Greenwood laddie, the one I adore. Have you seen my dearest, and his eyes shone the clearest, his cheeks like the red blood that's new dropped in snow. He is neat, tall and slender, and his hands soft and tender. He'll be my Greenwood laddie wherever he'll go. Have you seen my dearest, and his eyes shone the clearest, his cheeks like the red blood that's new dropped in snow. He is neat, tall and slender, and his hands soft and tender. He'll be my Greenwood laddie wherever he'll go.
Good evening, class, and welcome to Music History 101. And for our first lesson, I'm going to tell you what rock is.
Yo, Buck, you don't know nothing about music.
You've got rock's finest on 106 WBIC, Ithaca.
Welcome back to Soundstage. With me is David Maddox of Tuin. Welcome to Soundstage. David, you play a very unique style. Could you tell us more about your style in Celtic music?
Well, Celtic music comes from the British Isles, Ireland, Scotland, that sort of thing. I guess it's different from a lot of traditional music, and Irish music in particular is, wilder, maybe even pathologically wilder. It's also a little different thing about Irish music is that, unlike American traditional music, it's been a lot of modern instruments, modern styles, modern rhythmic patterns, that sort of thing, have been used much more than, say, in American old-timey music.
How do you write your songs using the traditional into the modern day?
Well, that is a good point. We do write most of our material. Now, there is a large repertoire of traditional material, tunes that have been around for hundreds of years, and everybody who plays Irish music plays these tunes. We tend to write more of our own tunes, though the tunes we've been playing tonight maybe 2/3 of them are original, and our album is 2/3 original, for example. Also, the songs, as I mentioned before, they are, well, many of them are sort of depressing. And also, for the songs in particular, a lot of the tunes are a little, they don't quite make it for today. So what we do is often is write our own melodies to songs. We go and find traditional words that we like. Sometimes we doctor the words up, de-sexify them, so they're not sexist anymore, and write new melodies for them.
Where's the idea of using the synthesizer come from?
Well, I was saying that is reasonably common in Irish music these days, is to use a synthesizer. Many, not most necessarily, but many bands use synthesizers. Some, for example, Clannad is a well-known Irish band who has pop hits in Europe, largely I think because they have a very, very modern sound. They use lots of synthesizers. In fact, many of the tunes on their records, there's nothing but synthesizers on them. So it's a very, if you listen to the radio these days, particularly contemporary radio, that's the sort of thing you hear, lots of synthesizers. So
right.
it seems to fit in with the kind of thing that people are listening to these days.
Where's the name Tuin come from?
Well, we have a friend in New York City who has a little boy named Tom, and he has a little he's 2 years old, and he has a friend, an imaginary friend that he talks to on the telephone. His name is Tuin. Well, we couldn't pronounce that so well, so we changed it to Tuin. Turns out we didn't know until afterwards that it's also a Dutch word meaning garden.
What turned you on to Irish music?
Turned me on to Irish music. Well, I grew up in North Carolina, and there I listened to rock and roll when I was growing up until about 10 years or so ago, and then I started playing American old-timey music, and then ended up got turned on to Irish music. And the other people in the band also, they came to Irish music from different places. Cheryl, for example, played classical violin for a long period of time, and Christopher, his father, was a jazz piano player. So we all came to Irish music from very different points of view, and that's really the way lots of people, Americans, are playing Irish music these days do it. They're attracted to Irish music for a variety of reasons, and they bring their very diverse stylistic backgrounds to bear on that music. And maybe that's really why the Irish music these days sounds very modern often, is because so many different backgrounds come to play it.
Okay, we got time for one last quick question. Could you tell us about the record that you have out, briefly?
Yes, well, we made the record back in October, and we made it here at CAF Audio, I guess one of your sponsors. Well, we took about a week to do it. We had a producer, Bill Usher, came down from Toronto to produce it for us. Same producer, Cheryl and I were in a band called Wiki Sears until about a year ago, and Bill produced Wiki Sears' record as well.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. If you'd like to hear more or see Tuin, they'll be playing March 8th at the Commons Coffee House, March 17th at the Ramada Inn, and you can pick up their album entitled Tuin at the Commons Coffee House, Guitar Works, and Rebop Records. Here is Tuin doing the Dublin Reel.
Well, a lot of Irish tunes have broken hearts, and a lot of them have dead bodies. This has both.
This is a song called Lady Diamond, and it's about a young woman who falls in love with the kitchen boy in her dad's castle. Dad's not too thrilled about that, so he rips the guy's heart out. There was a king, and a glorious king, a king of noble fame. And he had daughters, only one, Lady Diamond was her name. He had a boy, a kitchen boy, a boy of muckle scorn. She loved him long, she loved him ere the grass grew o'er the corn. When 20 weeks were gone and past, and she began to greet, her petticoats grew short before, and to stays they wouldn't meet. The king came unto her bedchamber, pulled back the curtains long. What aileth thee, my daughter dear? I fear you have gotten wrong. Oh, if I have, despise me not, for he is all my joy. I will forsake both dukes and earls, and marry your kitchen boy. Bring to me my merrymen all, by 30 and by 3. Oh, bring to me my kitchen boy, and we'll murder him secretly. Cut the heart from out of his breast, put it in a cup of gold, and present it to his diamond, for she was both stout and bold. Come to me, my honey, my dear, my darling and my joy. Oh, come to me, my honey, my dear, my father's kitchen boy. She took the cup